Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we'll be going to look at how to properly play Whirlwind Barb in under 3 minutes. Let's get started. I personally use maxroll.gg to build my characters, and my Barb feels so powerful and so fun to play. For starters, you will want to use triple swords. You will notice using axes brings up your attack power, but that's not what we want, and it's not what it all seems. We go swords for the juicy crit damage. The higher number here, the harder you will hit, all while using two-handed axe expertise. Don't use the two-hand sword expertise, as we already have a lot of bleed damage from Berserk ripping aspect and the improved Whirlwind. I make this video assuming you have already built your Whirlwind Barb, but to explain the key things people miss as they build it. Assuming you have the unique gloves, you just don't spend a wind to cleave everything down. Although it is highly effective, if you read the gloves, letting go of Whirlwind causes an explosion around us that deals massive damage the longer you channel Whirlwind. So with that being said, I find these gloves highly effective against suppressor elites and just elites in general. After channeling Whirlwind for a good 20 to 25 seconds, the explosion is massive and it really almost one-shots elites. So keep this in mind as you play and don't spend just until everything dies. For anything gear wise, you will always look for rolls with vulnerable damage, damage to close enemies, strength, cooldown reduction, fury cost reduction, and core skill damage. But lastly, and the small but very important one, movement speed. You will notice the versatility of your barb with upwards of 200% movement speed is overall so much smoother and more satisfying to play. So with that being said, try to get movement speed on your necklace and boots. Boots being the main one. And for the evade special, I personally love the 75% movement speed after evading for much quicker for speedrunning dungeons, as you can evade with your whirlwind and move so much faster. Trust me, you will notice the difference. Keep in mind our end goal is to replace lunging strike with iron skin in the late game, upwards of level 100 when we get enough cooldown reduction for shouts to be close to 100% uptime. To get them close to 100%, always shout when you have the most enemies around you to reduce the time your first shout comes off cooldown, and then proceed with all your other shouts for your aspect that reduces the cooldown of all your other shouts when you use a shout. So let's face it, we're always yelling. But that's it guys, remember to let go of channeling Whirlwind to get the explosion proc, because you're just going to explode mobs. I know I did a low tier nightmare dungeon here, but it was just for this video purposes. Oh, and don't forget the importance of movement speed on neck or boots. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Come back and comment if it made a difference for you. Stay humble and see you in the next.